Hi, what's going on, Internet? This week's 50-cent lick, we're going to continue on and finish up the solos from the Ibanez, Kiesel, Strandberg shootout video that I made. The whole point of this video was to try to show the different tones from the different guitars, just trying to showcase each instrument's strengths. All three of these guitars are extremely well made. It's not really about which one is per se better, I think. I think it's just where the characteristics fit a certain lick or fit a certain vibe better for each particular instrument. I think a guitar is just like any other tool. You have to learn the correct instances that it needs to be used. So for me, I love the tone of the Strandberg. I find it to be a little bit more mellow, which is great for certain leads. Whereas the Kiesel is a little bit brighter and a little bit more open, and I feel like it really cuts the mix in a really cool modern way without needing to really do any extra EQ work. The Ibanez, I think, is sort of a cool combination of the two of them. It's warm, but also bright all at the same time. I've been an Ibanez guy really for most of my playing career now, but I've really come to appreciate and respect what Strandbergs and Kiesels have to offer, and I really like their tone a lot. Alright, so I'm playing the small section that we're going to start off with today. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to be on our second string. We're doing a pull-off hammer-on between 6 and 5. And then I'm going to be playing 7, 5, 4, basically double picking or picking each note twice. A little hammer-on from 4 to 5, and then a slide up to 8. So that was... I also like to give the third string a decent amount of palm muting. Palm muting on the third string can be a little trickier than what you're used to probably like on your sixth string just because it isn't wound. So remember, just experiment a little bit by moving your hand up and down the length of the string to find the sweet spot for whatever lick it is that you're playing. Now we've got a pretty tough run here. This one is again using that same diminished scale that we were using earlier, so this is whole half. We're going to be starting on our fifth string and going 8, 9, 11. Then grabbing 9 on the fourth string, then back down and up those notes on the fifth. Then onto the fourth string, and that's going to be 7, 9, 10. And then from here I'm switching over, still 6 tuplets, but I'm going to use legato instead of doing the alternate picking. I like to try to vary my techniques if possible, because then you get the contrast of the two different techniques. So I'm going to do a hammer-on from 7, 9 to 10 on the fourth, grab 8th fret on the third string, then back down and up the fourth string, then onto the third string, 7, 8, 10, and a slide into 14th fret or our note A flat. So that whole run nice and slow. Now after I've slid up into the 14th fret, I'm going to grab my bar. I'm using sort of a cartoony amount of whammy bar here on purpose. I want the vibrato to be really, really wide and exaggerated. It's not supposed to sound pretty, so it's just an artistic choice that I made that I think sounds cool. And I'm basically just shaking the bar back and forth as evenly rhythmically as I can. Now I'm going to move down the fourth string and play 10, 9 on the fourth, back to 10, and then stretch up to 13 on the third. So that was... Now I'm going to do a hammer-on pull-off between 9 and 10 on the third string, and a slide down to 7. Now we're going to take those notes that we just played, and we're just going to move them up an octave. So a little bit subtly different towards the end there. So we go back and forth on the second string, 13, 12, 13, grab 16 on the first. Now a trill, so just go back and forth as quick as you can between 12 and 13. And then we're going to grab 13th fret on the second string and bend that up a whole step, hold that. Then I'm tapping at 18th fret twice. Then releasing the bend and doing a pull-off from 13 to 12. So I'll play it again nice and slow. Remember, when you do a tap as you're holding the bend, that tap note will be whatever the bend size was higher. So if you're bending a whole step, the note that you tap will be 2 frets higher. If you're bending a half step, it'll be just 1 fret higher. So sometimes that can be a little confusing when you go for a lick like that. It might look like you're tapping out a key, but then it sounds in key. So thank you for stopping by and checking out this lick. As always, feel free to look around our channel. We've got plenty of product reviews, free lessons, and free music to stream on our YouTube channel. You can also stop by our Bandcamp page to purchase our debut album, Suds for Spuds, as well as these licks that we've been working on right now. As always, please hit like and subscribe. It helps our channel continue to grow, so take it easy.